Hello, this is Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews. We just got the Xterra 3500 into the warehouse. This is my first time seeing it, so I thought let's just go ahead, go through it together. I'll kind of show you what I do when I typically test a treadmill or test any sort of equipment, the specifications of what we're looking for, the price range, if I think this is a good treadmill, who I think it is good for. Let's get into the details of what makes this maybe good for you or something that maybe you should just look elsewhere at a different treadmill. I don't know, we're gonna find out together. But first, make sure you are subscribed to this channel if you like content like this. If you have a home gym, you are building a home gym, this is the channel to subscribe to. Also, if you wanna go ahead and purchase this, use the link below the like button. It does help out our channel. And then lastly, this is an honest, transparent review as always. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. The first thing I noticed, this does have a hydraulic folding mechanism, which means that it's going to have a slow lower. Most of the time with other treadmills, you can kind of just like kick this center bar and it'll lower for you. This is a little bit different. And so you basically have to pull this knob out, release it, and then it'll lower slowly. One thing I did read online is that a couple people actually said this knob broke on them. They were able to go to their local hardware store and replace it, but that is something just to be aware of in case that does happen to you. So it says that it has an 18mm deck lining. That is pretty standard. It does come with some sort of cushioning, but most companies say that the treadmill comes with ProFlex cushioning, extra shock absorption cushioning, some sort of patenting designed cushioning. We're just going to tell you how it feels as I begin walking on it and as I begin running on it. That's kind of the actual determining factor for me. All right, couple things I'm noticing right off the bat. These handles are pretty short. Not the biggest deal in the world. A lot of the times they'll come out to maybe here. Anybody with balancing issues, this might not be the best case scenario for them. And then also there's no sort of center bar. So not the biggest deal in the world, but again, if you have any sort of balancing issues, that could be a concern, that could be a call out. Now it does have 2 extra large cup holders. It does have a fan. Let's go ahead and test out the fan and see if it actually does anything. I mean, the real test is will it move my hair? So far, no. Okay, so 1 level of fan speed really doesn't offer much. Do it one more time just to be safe. I mean, really, I'm feeling it here. And if I get here, you don't feel any air at all. So I would say the fan is basically useless at this point. It's not gonna really do anything. So speeds, you can control them on your side panels or your side handlebars right here. Or then you also have your speed and your incline on your display right here. This is an LED LCD screen, pretty small, but it does show the numbers very clearly. And it's showing things like my pace, calories, time, distance, pulse. And then also you have your heart rate monitors on the side here. So if you want to do any sort of making sure you're staying in zone 2, this is really nice because it shows you the percentage of the heart rate profile that you're at. So right now I'm at 60% heart rate. I don't actually know if that's good or not, but that is what it's telling me. So let's go ahead, see how noisy it is when I jump up to the incline. Oh, I guess I need to start it first. That actually helps if you start the treadmill. So it starts at 0.5 speed, and then I thought it went up to 12 miles per hour. On the screen, it says it only goes up to 10 miles per hour, so we'll see. 2 levels, 3 levels, not too loud. A little humming, but pretty standard for a treadmill. We're at 6, 8. So on the display, it's gonna jump by 2. If you use these handle buttons, then it'll actually just jump by 1, 11, and then 12. So this is 12 levels of incline. Feels pretty decent. Let's jump up the speed. Not too noisy so far. Another thing about this is that it has 30 programs available for you to use on this. So it doesn't have any sort of external subscription programming, which a lot of people actually like. They would rather opt for a treadmill that they're not gonna have to pay like $30 to $40 every month in order to use the treadmill, but it's just totally up to personal preference. This has 26 programs, 3 customizable programs, and then a heart rate program that you can use on the treadmill. So I'm gonna jump back down to 0. Another thing I noticed, it does come with Bluetooth, which we'll go ahead and connect my phone here in a minute, test out the speakers, but it also comes with a headphone jack. If you like listening to music with a cord, then you can do that as well. So far, deck is pretty comfortable. Didn't even hear it as I was declining, which is a huge plus. I'm not gonna run on this yet, but I do wanna test out how noisy it is at the top speeds. So we're gonna jump up to 10. And it does go higher than 10. So 12 miles per hour, a 5-minute mile. Do you hear that? It's not too bad. Pretty standard, but I'd say on the higher end of noise level. Okay. Okay, so then again, your jump buttons have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can go ahead and use this side button to change it by 0.1. So 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, and then so on. Down to a walking speed. This does come with a 3.0 HP motor. That's a really good, like, industry standard motor size. It's really good for people who want to do a lot of walking, a lot of jogging, and then you could even do some sprint training on this. If you are running at a 12 mile per hour pace for a long amount of time, I would definitely opt for a higher motor size. Weight capacity on this is 350. So again, if you are at that higher weight capacity, totally fine. But if you're wanting to run for higher speeds or for longer distance, and you're at that higher weight capacity, I'd probably opt for a treadmill that does have a bigger motor size. Let's go ahead, throw up the hair, run on this, and then see how easy it is to move around. One thing I did just read is that it does come with a lifetime warranty on the frame as well as on the motor. And then it comes with a 2-year warranty on parts and then 1-year warranty on any sort of labor. So having that lifetime warranty on the frame and motor is fantastic. A lot of brands we see are doing that. Soul does that. Bowflex is doing that. And so definitely something that I appreciate when companies offer that higher warranty. So let's jump up to 5. The dimensions on this, 77.2 inches in length, 35.5 inches wide, and then 56.1 inches high. And then the shipped weight for this treadmill is 236 pounds. And then once it's out of the box, it's 213.9 pounds. So far, the deck feels pretty comfortable. It feels pretty solid. Let's jump up. All right, we're at 6. Pretty standard noise. No sort of like concerning noises coming out of it. Really, actually really comfortable. All right, I like these side rails. This is a 20 by 60 inch belt deck. Again, pretty standard. Let's see how easy it is to move around. So this just folds up. Really easy to fold up. Okay, also has these floor levelers on the back end. So if you are on any sort of uneven surface, you need to level it. You can adjust it that way. Okay, so you can roll it this way really easily. You just do sled pushes with your treadmill. No need to even buy a sled, except for there's like no resistance to it because it actually genuinely is super easy to roll. One thing though that I'm wishing is that you could flip it up like this and roll it, but the wheels don't catch. So you literally can't roll it that way. However, this is really lightweight. It doesn't feel like 100+ pounds. The screen is also 6.5 inches. Not the biggest screen, but you can definitely still see all of the numbers very clearly. As I'm like looking at this treadmill, obviously we're gonna do a little bit more testing on it here in a minute. And it reminds me a lot of the Bowflex treadmill we just reviewed with that like LCD screen, no really subscription needed. Although with that Bowflex T6, you can subscribe and use the Journey and then the Swift programming with it. This has a lot more options of programming on the treadmill than other ones that we see. Most of the time you're gonna see like 5 to 6, maybe 7 programs available on the treadmill. This has 30. And then your program button is just down here, enter. It's all clearly laid out for you, but I do wanna raise the incline. Oh, so the cost, okay? This is what happens when I talk and walk at the same time. Almost $1,600. It's on sale right now, which typically a lot of companies like this, it's always gonna be on some sort of sale. The original price is $1,799. This right now is listed as $1,599. That does seem on the upper end of cost points for what this treadmill is. Cheaper treadmills that offer the same stuff, feel very similar, I think are just as good, if not a little better. The Sol F63, the Nordic Track 1250 if you want a treadmill with subscription, and then the Bowflex T6, that's $999. So do I have any really complaints about this treadmill? Like, no, I'm just genuinely surprised at the cost point. But let's check out how this feels running on incline. So I've got it set to incline 4. We're at 6 miles per hour. Takes up really quickly. No real noise, no real shake to it. Test out the Bluetooth speakers in a sec. But yeah, this feels really good, really solid. I would run on this. Again, aside from the high cost point, I would absolutely run on this. Feels really comfortable. They do have this nice shelf for you to put your phone on, which is great. It does block the screen from being in view. If you set over here, your numbers for your incline aren't easily able to be pressed. Not the biggest call out in the world. And then obviously you can set it horizontally, so it's not that big of a deal. Let's go figure out the Bluetooth. Be right back. Short break. Okay, so we figured out how to connect the Bluetooth, but it's different than I thought, and this is why we test stuff, people, so that you know before you buy it. So you can connect, but you do have to download the Xterra app to your phone. And then once you do that, you can follow along with classes. It's a free program, so you don't have to pay any money for it. And basically all it is it's going to show you, like if I pull up my device's display, so you can either follow along with programming or you can follow up this manual mode and it'll show you what you're doing on the treadmill. All in all, my 2 major call outs. Obviously, I said the price. I do think it's a little steep. Secondly, the fan, essentially useless. Like, it's not going to give you any air. But all in all, in terms of my running experience on this, no complaints. Super comfortable. Doesn't even like shake that much when I'm moving it side to side. It's an easy assembly. It has the comfort feature of like 2 extra large water bottle holders, clear display, easy to navigate, easy to use. Great treadmill if you can get past those 3 things. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed. This has been Lindsay with another treadmill review. Peace.